Hi everyone, happy Monday and welcome to another weekly vlog. I've just finished work. Sorry my steering wheel is in the way, my phone little tripod thing won't stay up for some reason. But yeah, I've just finished work and I've come to the bridal shop where I got my wedding dress because my veil is in the shop. It's actually been here for like a month and I haven't come to collect it, which is rubbish of me. But I just keep forgetting. I didn't have an appointment to come and collect it, so I just kept forgetting to do it. But I'm here now, I'm doing it, which is exciting. Maybe I'll even give you a little sneaky peek of it. I don't even know if I'll get to wear it because there's rumours that the country's going into another lockdown and that these rules could last till Christmas, and like everything is just so up in the air at the moment. So I'll talk more about that when I get home because I'm feeling quite sensitive about it all at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna go get my veil. Hi everyone, it's now 2:10. I picked up my veil. I'll insert some footage of it now, but I picked up my veil and went over to my mum's house because I wanted to show it to her because she actually bought me my veil as a gift, so I wanted her to see it. She has seen it all, obviously, when I originally tried it on, but I wanted to show it to her anyway. And also my wedding dress is being stored at my parents' house, so I thought I could store the veil over there with the dress. So yeah, I did that. Of course I tried it on, and I also wanted to check on my mum because obviously she's recovering from her operation. There were some complications with it, which means her recovery is going to be much longer than normal because, like I said previously, of course nothing ever goes easily for our family. So my youngest brother's away at uni, my dad's out at work all day, my middle brother is away at work all day, so I wanted to make sure that my mum had some lunch and that she wasn't doing anything she's not meant to be doing. So I did all of her hoovering for her, made her some lunch, did the dishwasher, let her dogs out, went to the bank and paid in a cheque for her, and now I have just got home to my house and let my dogs out and went and checked on the bunnies, made sure that they all still had water because it's very warm outside. And now I'm sat with a little cup of tea and a cheeky bag of Skittles to chill for a minute before I start cracking on with my to-do list in my own house. But yeah, I said I would sort of chat to you about how I'm feeling at the moment about everything. I've been okay really until yesterday. Since I've gone back to work, my life kind of feels normal. Obviously it's not normal, but being back at work does make it feel kind of normal. And I am not a massive socialiser anyway, so I see my friends sort of once every so often. And since we've been allowed to see people again, that's basically what's been happening. I've seen my friends every so often, like every 4 weeks or so I've seen a couple of my friends. I've pretty much only seen my parents and my brothers other than that. So my life feels pretty much normal now I'm back to work. So I've been okay, but obviously things are not great at the moment. There are some pretty dire predictions going on for autumn winter in terms of coronavirus, and I just saw on the news yesterday that we were probably still going to be limited to groups of 6 at Christmas. And then today they were saying that this next phase of trying to control coronavirus over winter is probably like a 6-month deal, which obviously takes us to March, which will be a year since all of this really became a problem in this country. And it will be a month before our wedding celebration. And I got a bit upset about it to my mum earlier, so I don't want to start crying on the vlog. That's not what you guys need to see. But I'm just really upset about it. Everyone's really upset about it. We've all suffered this year for different reasons because of this. And it's just really hard to imagine that we're still going to be in this situation next spring. And, you know, Will and I have discussed what we're going to do if the wedding can't go ahead again. And I think it's sort of at the point where we'll have to go ahead with whatever numbers we have. So if we're allowed 30 or 50 people or whatever, we'll have to go ahead with that many people and just try and make it work the best we can. But, you know, we considered cancelling it, but we would lose so much money. And I just feel like every time I went to a wedding for the rest of my life, I would regret not having my special day that we had planned. So yeah, I just feel a little bit stressed and overwhelmed today, but I'm just going to try and stay busy. I've got my journal, which I've been really good at keeping up with, so I'm going to get all my feelings down in here and that will make me feel better. and I'm gonna edit my weekly vlog. I wasn't actually gonna upload a weekly vlog this week because I got hardly any footage, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I don't have anything else to film. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Hi everyone, sorry I'm a bit of a grump today. So I don't know how much I will be filming or anything, but there's a fly just come in here. I've been feeling a bit down for the last couple of days. You might have noticed yesterday I didn't really film anything. And I feel like maybe it's hormonal. I'll go into that more in a future video. But the last couple of days I've just felt really down and tearful every time the news is mentioned or every time I see any sort of like news update. And today some of the new rules have been confirmed for the UK, and weddings have been slashed again from 30 guests back down to 15. And that's just awful for anyone who is meant to be getting married in the next couple of months, having to change all their plans again. It's just rubbish. But what's really got me is the fact that the Prime Minister has said that these new rules will probably be in place for the next 6 months if there's no improvement or limited improvement, and if a vaccine isn't developed by the end of this year, or, you know, heading into the beginning of next year, which it probably won't be. And it's just made me think, I don't want to get upset. It's just made me think that our day in April is just not going to happen, or it will be able to go ahead but only with 15 guests, which is not acceptable to us considering how much we've paid for the day. So I just don't think that the day is going to happen, but it still feels too early to postpone again. And I just feel like we're back in the same situation that we were in March and April, where we've put so much money into this and we just don't know what to do. Sorry, I didn't want to get upset, but we've put so much money into this, and if we cancel it before we have to cancel it, we'll lose everything. You know, we won't be able to get back the majority of what we've paid, because half of what we've paid is deposits, so we won't be able to get those deposits back, because technically the wedding can still go ahead, so they're not legally obligated to give us our deposits back at all. And like, we'll be lucky if we get back everything else that we've paid, and we won't get to have a wedding. And it's just really rubbish, and I totally understand why these restrictions are in place, and to an extent I agree with them. But it's just so rubbish. And I know it's rubbish for everyone, and it's not just us that this is happening to. I wish that fly would go away. I know it's not just us that this is happening to, it's thousands of couples. But I just really didn't think when we postponed the wedding in May that we still weren't going to get to have it in April. And I just know that if we cancel it, every time I go to a wedding for the rest of my life, I will regret not having our day. But we just can't keep postponing it. There's nowhere to postpone it to now, unless we postponed to 2022. And I just feel like 2 years after the wedding, nobody is going to care. We'll probably have a baby by then. We just don't know what to do. And I feel stupid for crying about it now. But I don't want to cry to Will about it when he gets home, because all I do at the moment is complain to him about everything, and it's not fair. But anyway, went to work this morning, did a bunch of stuff for my mum on the way home. Now I'm home, I'm crying about the latest update, and I need to make some lunch. And I don't think I'm going to be doing much for the rest of the day. Okay, I've pulled myself together slightly. I've put pyjamas on and a comfy hoodie. I've had a hot chocolate with marshmallows, and now I'm going to do some crafting to try and chill myself out a bit. I am sorry for getting upset, guys, but it's just the reality today of how I feel. So hopefully I will be feeling better in a bit. Okay, here we go. I finished this next spread, which is like the first week or two of lockdown, I think. And and I've used bits and bobs from the latest Lollipop Box Club kit. So tomorrow I might photograph this and send this off as a design team blog post for Lisa. But yeah, it's okay. I'm not like hugely happy with how it's turned out, but all of my lockdown photos are pretty rubbish, so I think these spreads are going to be difficult, but it's another one in the books. And then in the middle, this sits here, which is the leaflet that the government sent every house in the UK about coronavirus. And then I have this on the back from when my sister-in-law asked me to be her bridesmaid, so that's pretty cute. Scratch that. I like the layout a lot better now because I've swapped these two cards here. So technically, like, this was the first week of lockdown, this was the second week, or this was, you know, whatever. But I wanted to swap these two because I realised the reason I didn't like this page was because it felt like it didn't have a title card, and I've been struggling with that with some of my other layouts as well in this album, because I normally have like monthly cards to tell you what month it is, and clear title cards, and I haven't been doing that much in this album, and I've realised that that's why I'm struggling with some of the spreads. So moving this card here kind of made it look almost like it had a title card, and I feel like I like it a lot more now, even though technically those photos were from the first week of lockdown and whatnot. So anyway, I feel like that's a lot better now. I've popped the insert in the middle where it lives, and next week we will be on to April. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I am home from work for the day, and turns out Will's going to be working from home for the foreseeable now, possibly a very long time. So he's taking a little break, and we're going to go over to Lidl because we need to do the food shop today anyway, but we're just going to see what we can get over there. And I want donuts. We're home from Aldi. I'll show you some of the bits that we got. But I'm having tea and a jam donut eclair. Yum. So in the like middle bit of Aldi, I picked up these cushions. They are actually a lot lighter than they're showing up on camera, but this one's got all pom-poms around the edge, and then this one is just like a textured design. And obviously I painted the chest of drawers in here duck egg blue, so just for like they suit and they look nice. And then I picked up this rug for in front of Will's chest of drawers, and that was $14.99. I did actually get it because I thought it was cheaper, and then it went through the till at $14.99, so it was a bit more than I thought it was, but I think it looks quite nice, and it sort of finishes off that little area there. And then I forgot to show you as well, I changed the picture in this middle frame of the gallery wall. I just felt like it was too dog heavy all in one space, so the needle felt picture I've moved up to the top in a different frame, and then this one, which was a painting of the dogs, I've moved that into a different frame and put it down into my office again, and I've replaced it with this beautiful picture that my maid of honour, my best friend, got for us when we got engaged. And if you don't know the story, part of Will's proposal was that he booked us a trip to New York, so that's why it's the New York skyline. But yeah, and I feel like that looks a lot nicer, and it's not so like dog heavy all in one area of the gallery wall now. So I just need to get some pictures for the rest of the frames, and then in these ones here I've put one of our old holiday pictures from Mallorca, and then that one already had those photos in from our first Christmas with the dogs. But yeah, the bedroom's really coming along now. This is going to annoy me. The bedroom's really coming along now. I'm really happy with it. Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I got home from work and had some lunch, and Will has been off work today and he's been painting. As you might be able to see, the doors are looking super white, as is the door frame. We need to paint that little door down there, but he's done a second coat or third coat, fourth coat, I don't know, on some of this woodwork, and it looks really, really good. So I think most things only need like one more coat and they'll be pretty much done. So that's exciting. That'll be a big thing ticked off of the list for the house, of painting everything. I'm gonna go and change the bedding on our bed, so I'll bring you along, and then I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the day. I know this vlog has been pretty boring, and last week's vlog was as well, but I've been so tired the last couple of weeks. I guess it's just going back to work. At first I was doing really well with it, and now I'm just exhausted. So anyway, we'll go upstairs. Hi everyone, sorry I haven't been around much. I've been feeling a bit rubbish, to be honest. But it's Saturday, and this morning Will and I went to look at the plans for our kitchen and like the design that they had done, and it's really nice and it's in budget, so we're thinking we're gonna go for it, but there's a few things that we need to sort out first just to double check, but I will show you all of that in a minute. We've just got home and we're gonna take the dogs for a little walk now. I'm gonna take my tea and we'll have a nice stroll with them. Hi everyone. Oh, my heart is beating so fast and I'm so out of breath because I've just carried some bedside tables upstairs and I'll show you those in a minute, but just a quick recap of the day, because I know I said I'd show you the kitchen stuff. We got up super early to go to our appointment at the kitchen place at Howden's, finalised our plan, got our quote. It's within our budget, but basically over the course of the day we have found out that something else that we had budgeted a low amount of money for might actually cost us a lot of money, and that means that we're now unsure whether we're going to be able to go ahead with the kitchen right now, which is a real pain, but I'm trying not to be stressed about it. You know, money is difficult right now for a lot of people, and it wasn't really for us until recently, because there's some stuff with Will's work. But we'll just cross whatever bridge we have to cross when we come to it, and we're hoping we'll be able to work something out. But for now anyway, we're just going to inquire about a few things and see what we can do, but I'll show you the plans anyway. And then from there we went to visit my parents briefly, show them the plans because my dad's the one who'll be doing the work. And then we came home, walked the dogs, and then went to the range, and I purchased some bedside tables and a coffee table. So I will show you those next. But here are the kitchen plans basically. Okay, so they've been folded in half and the colours are super dodgy. So this isn't really a good representation, but so this will be the design. The doorway is here, so you'll come in through the doorway. We'll have our fridge and some units here, sink, dishwasher, cooker over this side. And this here is where the garage wall currently is. That wall's going to be knocked out, and you'll be able to go into a separate dining room down there, which is obviously this space here. And we're going to have a larder unit and another little unit there. And then, you might not be able to see because this picture's so dark, but there's a door here, and we're going to have a small utility room and a downstairs toilet. So it's not going to be massive, but it's going to be bigger than what we currently have, because obviously we're going to have the space where the garage is. And the colours on this are wrong as well. So our cabinets are actually going to be just a slight off-white. It's called antique white. We saw a sample of it today. It's really nice. It's just a classic white, sort of leaning towards ivory. And then the worktops are a really beautiful natural oak laminate. And again, we saw those today. I'll pop in a picture now showing you what they look like together. And we're not going to have this floor or this wall colour either. This is literally just what they do on their like online system. But yeah, so that's what the kitchen should look like, the design. And I can show you this, I think. I don't think there's anything confidential on it, but if there is, I will cut it out. But yeah, so you will come in the door here. There's the fridge, the worktops running down here with the sink and the cooker, a larder unit there with another separate little cupboard, and then this will be our dining area. My dresser will be here, and then this will go out into the little utility room and downstairs toilet, but he hasn't included that on the plan. But yeah, so they've managed to do us a pretty good deal, but my dad has a trade account with them and he thinks he can get a better deal, so he's going to speak to them and see what he can do. Yeah, he's going to see if he can get the price down any more, and then we need to have him round to have a look at our gas and electric meters, because they are the main issue. We need to move them, and we had budgeted a lot of money for moving the gas but not the electric. We didn't realise that it could cost us just as much to move the electric as it could the gas. So we need to get all of those questions answered before we can order this kitchen and go ahead with it all. So we're just going to see what happens. Like I said, money is just a stressor for everyone right now, with COVID being the way it is. Like I said, Will is working permanently from home again. It's just all a lot, and obviously we have the wedding celebration next year as well, hopefully, that we've already paid most of the money for. So if that goes ahead, we've still got a few bits to pay for that, and it's just a lot. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we'll be able to go ahead with the kitchen. But anyway, I will show you the bedside tables that I got. So these are the bedside tables that I just picked up in the range. They were £27.99 each, which I thought was a pretty good price. All the other bedside tables were like £40 plus. And then for some reason these were cheaper. I think they were being marketed as a storage unit, not a bedside table. So maybe that made a difference in price, I don't know. But I think they are really pretty. They've got a shabby chic look to them. They're a little bit banged up in places, but deliberately they are that sort of shabby chic style. They're smaller than our current bedside tables, I think, but not by too much. And I just really like them. This one's got a few paint drips on, which is annoying, but it's not massively noticeable when you are far away from them. What I might do is move that drawer down to the bottom so that it's even less noticeable. But yeah, I really like them, and we really needed new bedside tables. The end goal is to replace the blinds and the curtains in this room as well. But after I've got these bedside tables and a new mirror, this room's completely finished in terms of furniture, so I decided to just bite the bullet today and get the new bedside tables, but they didn't have a mirror I wanted. So my next plan is to empty out our current bedside tables and use these ones. And they've got 3 drawers, as you can see. They're not massive, but they're not tiny either, and they should do to store all of our things that we keep next to us at night. So And I'm hoping that I can keep the top nice and clear on my one now, because my current one is a mess. Okay, I have cleared out this little corner here, and we have emptied our bedside tables, put the new ones in, and popped in everything that we are keeping. And I think they look super nice. They are a lot shallower than our previous ones, so you can see the carpet line there. But I think they look really nice. I'm really happy with them. And then Will's one is round this side. I do really feel like this room is coming along at last. The little like wicker box that I had down by my side of the bed, I've moved over here for now, and I feel like it looks okay over there. But what I will probably do when I clean out my wardrobe is put it in the bottom of my wardrobe for a little bit of storage in there. And I think the rug looks cute, especially now we've got the bedside tables, they sort of tie in together. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. That mirror needs to go somewhere else in the house, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this is coming along. Hi everyone, happy Sunday. You're not meant to be upstairs. I will show you the coffee table in a minute, but we gave up with building it last night because I got nearly like to the end of having built the whole frame and then realised that I had put a piece in the wrong way round. And in the footage that you will have seen of me building it last night, you can actually see the moment where I flip the piece upside down instead of just turning it. And that was where I went wrong right at the beginning. So Will had to help me take it all apart last night, and then I built it again back up to the point where I had got to previously. But by that point it was gone 8 o'clock, I hadn't had any dinner, and I just wanted to leave it until the morning so that I could get some dinner and everything. So I started building it again this morning, and then my parents popped in because my dad will be doing the building work for us if we go ahead with our kitchen extension revamp thing. And he needed to have a look at something in the garage, so they popped in unexpectedly, which stopped me for about half an hour, and then I carried on building it again. You just licked the perfume off my wrist, so I bet that didn't taste very nice. And yeah, started building it again, got right to the end, was putting the completed drawers into the coffee table and realised that I had put the runners on the wrong way round again right at the beginning. Thankfully I did not have to take it all apart and do it again. I was able to just unscrew the runners from the point that I was at, which I'm so grateful for, because if I'd had to take it all apart again, I have a feeling I would have packed it all into the box, taken it back to the range and asked for a refund. But it's complete now, so I will show you that in a minute. I'm really happy with it. It's going to take some getting used to, I think, though, because I've been using our little like end table as a coffee table, and this feels huge compared to that, but it definitely looks a lot nicer, and it means we can get rid of those end tables now. And we can get rid of our bedside tables that I replaced yesterday as well, so I'm really happy that I decided to just bite the bullet and buy these things, because it's all the sort of like finishing things that we're doing in some of the rooms now. It's mainly lighting and blinds and curtains that most of the rooms need now in terms of replacing, so yeah, I'm glad I did it. Will is at football, and in a minute I'm going to head into town to have coffee with a handful of my friends like I did last weekend, because that was really nice. And yeah, I will go and show you this coffee table. So here is our new coffee table. Archie always likes to model for me whenever I film, so Archie's modelling the table. It's just in front of our sofa there. Eventually we'll get a nice new sofa, but because we're thinking of starting a family and everything, a sofa is just not the priority. It's probably going to get covered in like baby sick within the next couple of years, so there's not a lot of point in replacing it and getting a beautiful new couch, but one day we will, and then this coffee table will probably look better. But yeah, it took me about 50 million years to build this coffee table. Sorry, Will's just got home from football. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. It was from the range and it was $79.99. It's got 2 drawers in the front, and then it's super dark, but it's got this little shelf in the back. So yeah, I'm happy with it.